Hello and welcome to the garden. I'm Lise-Lotte. You might have guessed if you've watched this series that because I'm wearing green today, I'm going to be doing some stuff with greens. I thought it would be kind of fun to do one just that is all green, and I'll show you when we change it up with a little bit of color what that means at the end. But I really am quite fond of doing something that is simply green. So here is a peony leaf, and you can see that this has started, because we're in fall now, it started to change color. So that's one of the wonderful things about kind of looking around at this time of year and seeing things that are changing. And when I'm looking at something that all of one color, I'm really interested in contrast. You can see that these leaves are quite shiny, different shape here, and I'll show you a few different things. So this fern is not completely the happiest. I think I'll just put her at the very back, but anyway, just to give you an idea. And here we go, some lemon balm, crocosmia leaf, and I have also the crocosmia seed pod, which is starting to turn color a bit, but still in the range of all of those wonderful greens. All right, get something going a little bit this way. It's nice to have kind of something a little bit spread out. I have two kinds of hebe, this little one, and that's kind of going to a different green, isn't it? Kind of like a bluey green. And here you can see also a hebe, similar colorway, different leaf, different habit, different growing habit. I'm gonna tuck this one down in the front here, and then this one can come out a little here. I have, besides clean water in the vase, I have nothing else in the vase. And you can see with this one, what have I done with the other? Oh yes. So lemon balm, I grow a lot of it, just not because I'm planting it, just because it's really vigorous and plants itself, but it is a wonderful green. Now you can see here I've left most of the other bigger leaves on, but with this, I've taken these leaves off, and you can see how if you have something just like a simple plant like this, just by removing some of these leaves, it can change the whole look of your plant, give you something else that is perhaps unexpected, a little bit unexpected, a little bit different. And that's just kind of I know everybody calls everything a hack these days. But anyway, a little bit of a hack. And another one that is just going to seed. I know I've got a little bit of flower on there, but this apple mint is lovely. She can come out here. And I've got nasturtium. It's growing everywhere this year, which is really fun. So that can kind of come out. It's nice to have a little bit of this kind of behavior in the vase, which, speaking of that, here is some jasmine. I'll put this jasmine out the other side so she can kind of do her thing at the side. And I have the, oh no, I've just, columbine, the columbine leaf. I showed you one of those in a different video as it had started to go red. This one is still in that green realm. These ones, again, different leaf, different size. Sometimes it's nice to tuck one of these in and kind of have it at the bottom like that, just to cover the rim. You can do that. Of course, you don't have to do that. I have, besides the water, I don't have a flower frog. I haven't taped this jug at all as a vessel. I've just left it. Here we go, some oregano. Beautiful coloring in there. That can go here. And I've got this euphorbia, which I grew from seed in the hoop house this year. And she doesn't need to be in the hoop house. Somehow she just ended up there. Anyway, So when I first picked this, it had like a white kind of milky substance coming out, as well as when I pulled the leaves off, same thing. So what I did was I just put that in water for a little while, and so that it's not going to, disrupt the other things in the vase here. And got a little bit of eucalyptus. I actually started the eucalyptus at about this size from Busy Bee Farm and Floral, her little tiny one that I bought. And I've put it in pots, and it's now like, it's almost as tall as the house. So anyway, and then I have some of these hydrangea in this, also this similar greeny color. There we go. This one is a gift from this one only. Everything else has been here. This one's a gift from the neighborhood. And it's nice, since I had 3, it's nice to put things in odd numbers. I'll put this one at the back. This, as you can see, I've cut on an angle and then I've cut up. I'll show you how I've done that. I'll do it again. So I've cut on one angle, and then I'm just going to cut up. Watch your fingers. And that just allows for more water to get in. It's nice to do that with the sort of woodier stems. There we go. Kind of tuck her here. And then as you start to get a little bit of resistance with that scaffolding, you can pull a few things up too if you like. That's always a thing. Everything doesn't have to go down to the very bottom, as long as of course it's in plenty of water. And then you might be wondering about this beauty. I grow this one from seed. It's Frosted Explosion. It does kind of look like a firework, doesn't it? I'll put her right here. And where will be, I think we'll come over on the side here. Oops, the daisies. There. So there we go. There we have it. Everything in green. And I will do some pictures with kind of a white background so that you can see this differently, and you can see what it looks like. But I also wanted to show you what adding, for example, 3 of these dahlias would do. So you've got the green, you've got the setup, and I would actually, having said that, I would be very happy to have that on my table just like that. I actually think that's very beautiful. You've got some scent, you've got different, like there's some movement in the vase, particularly with this. You've got some lines coming out. You've got, different textures for different sizes. You've got, this is shiny. This is kind of it's not furry. Furry is not the opposite of shiny, but not a sort of matte. But I mean, you've got lots of different things going on. So you've got lots of interest just as it is. And so not but and if I just want to show you what it takes to just change this really quite completely, actually. So I'm adding some of these, take all the green off. I'm adding these just 3 elements just so you can see what happens in terms of the color and so on. There we go. And they all don't have to point out. That's always a thing. They can, there we go. So if we just did it that way, it does look a little weird not facing you, but anyway, you've got the idea with the color. So if I leave that just as it is, it actually looks quite neat. Now I have 2 of these other oranges. Of course, orange, because we're thinking orange things with fall. It's nice to have something where you're not, like there's a little bit of contrast. These oranges are not exactly the same. So you can kind of see that. And then what if I added simply a little white? So these cosmos, which I just picked, and you can just see with not very much of another element, so just these colors, what it can do. So here's another kind of cosmos. I'll have her this way. It's nice when you're doing this not to have everything facing the same way. It just gives some interest. And I should have said at the very beginning, this particular bouquet, I'm doing it so there's one front, you know, that this is the front. The back is just going to face against the wall. And then I've got, they look similar, don't they? But they are different. This is a Japanese anemone, and I absolutely love, love, love Japanese anemone, particularly at this time of year, when so many things are leaving the garden, and you know, they don't love the wind, they don't love all the Japanese anemone. For whatever reason, here in this part of the world, they do very well. So where should I, maybe something in here, there we go, something like that. So you can see how simple that is, with really just adding, I'm saying it's simple and then I'm futzing around, there we go, with just really green, some orange, and this white, which has a nod to the orange because it has a bit of yellow in it. So it kind of makes sense that way. But yeah, I think I'd love to know what you think. I'd love to know if you are doing stuff with just one or two colors, if you are challenging yourself with one color. I'd love to know what you think, and yeah, please leave a comment below. I'd really appreciate it.